Good.
This is Eric, I would never have guessed. Eric's from Panama, right?
Yep, from Panama, and I live in Miami now.
And actually, you're somewhat of a raw foodist. You're not a raw foodist?
Yeah, well, let me tell you, I've been a vegetarian for about 15 years. We've been a vegetarian for 15 years. I lived here in Philadelphia for about 7 years.
Yeah.
When you were a maniac.
Right.
And I was introduced to your restaurant by a friend of mine that lived in LA. So she told me about, at that point I was a vegan.
Right.
And she said, hey, have you ever heard about raw food? I've never heard of raw food. So she said, and this is a friend that appeared out of nowhere in my life. And she's not longer in my life, but I consider her a good friend because she brought me into this raw food movement.
Right.
So she said, you ever heard of raw foods? I was like, the first thing I said was,
no.
No.
What are you talking about? A lot of people say that. No,
I'm very comfortable with what I eat. She said, I'll try it.
Yeah.
She introduced me. She actually brought me to your restaurant, and little by little.
Did she pay?
No, I actually had to pay for the date. But the good thing is that it's priceless.
It is priceless.
It's priceless.
Yeah.
At that point, I kept saying no, no, no. And how I turned around was I'm all about feelings.
Right.
So I kept feeling bad. Like my stomach wasn't cramping, but it was tight.
Right.
And it was one meal that I had, and I said, you know what? I had enough. So I kept going.
What was that meal?
Huh?
What was that meal?
I can't remember. But I remember the feeling that I had. And that turned me around.
Wow.
Okay, so no, I was vegan, so I wasn't eating any meat.
Soy, maybe soy.
It could have been, but my body wasn't reacting that well. So I was about 90 to 100% raw at that point, because I turned it around immediately.
Right.
And for 2 years.
Right. Wow.
Then I got this job, Arno, that took me all over the country.
That was it.
And then I turned back into being a vegan.
Right.
Okay? And I've been like that for about 7 years now, eating vegan food. 2 months ago.
2 months came, yeah, you're
2 months ago, I had another feeling in my body, but it wasn't the cramping, it was more of bloating.
Oh, right.
So 2 months ago, my body was bloating. So I wake up in the morning, I'm very light and lean. At 4 o'clock in the afternoon, my body's bloated. This section here. Not my face, but this section.
Yeah.
So I said, you know what? I think I had enough. I have to go back into raw food. But I didn't know how because I travel a lot.
Right.
And sometimes I'm in Kentucky, sometimes I'm in Mississippi, Georgia, sometimes I'm in Seattle. And
you're with Chiquita Banana.
Right now, I'm working with a marketing company, and our big client is Chiquita Banana. So about 2 months ago, I was in Chicago, and I went to a raw food place there, and I said, you know what?
I know that lady.
Yeah, this is it. And now I'm about 95% raw, and I feel very comfortable there because I do. And I don't know how you feel about this, but I do like quinoa.
Quinoa's good.
Yeah.
This parking lot, really?
Right now we're in the mood. 1 second.
I'm about 95% because I do like quinoa. I like endurance sports. So I like cycling a lot. You know. Actually, one of my goals about a week ago, it came up in my head. I want to cycle. I want to ride a bicycle from Los Angeles to Boston. And I found a lot of tours that I'm able to ride with them. But when I looked at pictures, they stopped at Sonic's, they stopped at McDonald's, Burger King, and I was like, well, there's no way I could do that. So now I'm in the process of trying to recruit people.
Why don't you put it where? Give yourself a plug.
Okay, my name is Eric Cedeno. I'm at area code 305-710-8444. Again, 305-710-8444. And I'm looking to recruit some cyclists to help me for a journey that I want to do from Los Angeles to Boston.
Lewis is interesting.
I'm not sure. It just came out of my mind, out of nowhere, and I'm not sure why. I want to make it bigger than just the journey of riding. So either having this journey filmed and do it all on a raw food-based diet, and able to show people the lifestyle.
Make sure there's no more supplements.
So, anyways, I working about an hour away from here, and I decided I'm coming.
Working an hour away. So what are you doing here? So I come here anywhere for good food.
Yeah, anything for good food,
Wow.
you know.
And actually, your country, you're from Panama. Right?
I'm from Panama, and people always say, "Well, how can you live?" And I don't know if it's where I'm from or my past life.
Right.
You know, it's a funny story, but someone did a quick past life on me.
Right.
And she said in the past life I was a jungle boy.
Oh wow.
I lived in the jungle.
Oh, such a jungle boy.
Yeah, I lived in the jungle, so I don't know if
Okay,
that has. I'm very comfortable with just eating raw foods and eating fruits, bananas. So I already see, and after playing around with my diet, I see that I could only eat raw foods.
Oh, good.
I could
And
only.
now you're here, so you travel almost an hour to get here.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do it for a week because I'm here for a week, and just want to say thank you. You're a lifesaver.
A lifesaver.
Every
They
color.
give you a code.
Every color, and I really appreciate
Good.
everything that you do
Oh,
for
good.
everybody. You know.
Good. That's it.
All right.
Bye.